How's it going? My name is Jake, this is my channel XPer, and this is our third video in the series of setting your Goldshell mini boxes up. Today we are going to be looking at the CK miner. This is an outline of the video today. We're going to start off with some general resources, specifically looking at CoinGecko. We'll then talk about what exchanges you can buy and sell your coin on. We'll look at where you can actually store it, so what wallets to use. And then we'll even cover like the different pools that you can mine on. And then we'll kind of wrap it all up with how to actually get your mini box set up to actually mine. So here we are on the Goldshell home site. We are specifically on their product section. And scrolling down a little bit, you can see the Goldshell CK-BOX. So this is what we are going to be covering today. Here we're now on CoinGecko. So this is, as I mentioned before, a really good resource for anyone new to mining and just new to crypto in general. So CoinGecko, you can look up any coin you want over here in the search bar. We're right now on the Nervos network CK. You're able to see the ranking, the coin name, the ticker, and then the coin price. Below, you're able to see the market cap and the coins in circulation. And then directing your attention to this right hand side of the screen, you're able to see the website, white papers, the blockchain explorers, and the community pages. Scrolling down some more, we're able to see a time series of data of the CK coin. Scrolling down a little bit further, you're able to see the different exchanges that you can use. I would highly recommend Binance or Crypto.com. As I mentioned before in the first video of the series looking at Litecoin and Dogecoin, you're actually able to mine the Nervos network coin directly to your Crypto.com account. So that's an easy way to kind of bypass getting a wallet and everything like that. So that's a cool little side note. It's similar for the CK-BOX Nervos network. You can actually mine directly to Crypto.com with that as well. Scrolling down some more, you can see an area where you can read more about the coin. And then at the very bottom, you have some news and everything like that. As you've seen throughout the series, I constantly recommend F2 pool. It's one of my favorite pools to mine on, and as I said, it's very easy. A lot of my coins are mineable on F2 pool, so it's very nice to consolidate and not have a whole bunch of different accounts. Now, let's look at how to actually mine Nervos. One, you have to obtain the suitable hardware. For anyone that has a CK-BOX, congratulations, you have step 1 done. Step 2, you'll actually have to sign up for F2 pool, and it's pretty straightforward. Step 3 is actually configuring your mining device. Now this is where some people might get confused. Basically, you want to pay attention to this URL, the username, and password. So when setting up your Goldshell device, which we'll get into a little bit later in the video, you'll need to have this URL handy. For your username, you'll have your mining account. This correlates to your wallet address. And then your worker name. For me, for example, what I like to do is I like to have stickers that identify my different workers. So for example, I have the character Rick and I have the character Morty identifying different miners. So I use stickers to identify the different worker names. And then a password of your choice. Scrolling down to step 4, we're able to see the payment address. They have here recommended Kobo wallet and or Binance. My recommendation again is to kind of stick with Crypto.com. If you have some CK boxes and mini doges, you would be able to send all of your mining rewards directly to that exchange. So it would make it super easy to buy and sell coins. And then step 5 is start mining. So it's that simple. Let's look at the Goldshell box tutorial. So they have a video here that you can watch if you get stuck in any parts, but I'm going to start down here with these steps. First thing you do when you get your new miner is you want to check that all the parts are in the right places and nothing sounds loose if you shake it, right? Step 2 is prepare the network cable and power supply. So some of the new Goldshell mini miners are coming with Wi-Fi. If we're not lucky and you're like me, I got all Ethernet ones. So what you'll need to do is plug that bad boy into your Ethernet and then plug in a power supply. I highly recommend the Goldshell custom power supply. It can supply power up to 4 mini boxes. This is great if you have a decent size setup. This is an example of my setup. You can see I have 2 miners, the custom power supply, and then 2 miners. Each miner has an Ethernet plug and a power plug. If you do not have the Goldshell custom power supply, you can get the 80 plus gold power supply, and this is what you have for pretty much any computer, right? Scrolling down a little bit more, once you have the power plugged in and the Ethernet plugged in, you'll want to navigate to find.goldshell.com, and your site would look something like this. You'll have the IP address and everything pop up. You'll go into the settings. Once you're in the settings, you'll be able to navigate to this step 6, which is your pool settings. You'll navigate down here to miner, and most of the time they have a testing pool set up already. So what you'll want to do is go ahead and add a pool. If you're following along with this tutorial, you'll go ahead and use that F2 pool that I mentioned before. You'll go ahead and add that in. Type in the stratum, the URL, the username, which is your wallet address, .worker name, and your password. Once you have that added, I would highly recommend removing the test pool from that, or just simply dragging your newly created pool up above that one. And then that's it. Within the next 5-10 minutes, you should be able to see your miners come online.